First, animals are not individuals by any means. Second, farm animals are a result of careful crossbreeding to achieve defined purpose: eggs, milk, meat, wool. So they are human creations and as such do not exist in nature. And yes, unfortunately or fortunately, they are commodity. We raise them, feed them, take care of medical issues, protect them, and yes, exploit them. Presenting animals as if they had capacity of human-like thinking is misleading, of course. Killing an animal humanly is not cruel. We execute humans on death row the same way. Problem is in uncontrolled corporate farms that take advantage of non-implications of law, which allows them to mistreat or abuse animals in order to increase profits. That is what animal activists should focus on. If we were meant by nature to be on vegan diet, we would not be having this debate. Wow, in a single comment, we have so many logical fallacies and cognitive biases, it's hard to know where to start. But anyway, let's break them down one by one. Let's expose the fallacy. First, animals are not individuals by any means. That's a bare assertion fallacy. No evidence, just a claim. Every cow, pig, chicken or sheep is an individual, and if you've ever interacted with a dog, a cat or any other animal, you already know that they have different personalities and preferences. That's proof of individuality. Claiming that animals aren't individuals isn't just unsupported, it's blatantly false. Next, farm animals are a result of careful crossbreeding to achieve defined purpose. That's circular reasoning. He's assuming that because humans breed animals for exploitation, exploitation is therefore justified. But that's exactly the point being challenged. If humans bred other humans for slavery, would that make slavery ethical? Of course not. Then, if we were meant by nature to be vegan, we wouldn't be having this debate. That's an appeal to nature fallacy. Something isn't morally justified just because it's natural. Infanticide, cannibalism, and violence all happen in nature. Does that make them ethical? Then, presenting animals as if they had capacity for human-like thinking is misleading. Well, actually, this comment is misleading, and it's a strawman fallacy because vegans do not claim that animals have human-like intelligence. The claim is simply that sentient individuals shouldn't be exploited. Then, killing an animal humanly is not cruel. We execute criminals in the same way. Whether a death was painless has nothing to do with whether the killing was justified. And finally, that is what animal activists should focus on. That's relative privation. Pointing to a worse problem doesn't make the underlying problem disappear. And behind all this, we can see status quo bias, system justification bias, and confirmation bias at work. Ironically, the most honest sentence in the entire comment was this: yes, we exploit them. At least he admits that he's pro-animal exploitation. If he simply said, I know animals are sentient individuals, but my taste, comfort, and convenience matter more than their freedom, there would be no other fallacies left to expose. He would simply be exposing his own values. Logic wins.